Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again for the Happy Show. And I am called Happy. And you too can be a guest on our show. Just give us a call at 415-573-5549. That's 415-573-5549 and tell us what it means to be happy and what happiness means to you. Great opportunity to tune in with me today. I have an extremely important guest here today. And he's going to help you help yourself with things that are challenges. It's called, his name is Kitatani. And he's, well, I'll let him talk to you about it. So, to make sure everybody get on the same vibration and in the same accord, I want you to, for three counts of three, to inhale God, your creator, whatever makes you positive, divine. Inhale God and exhale love. Are you ready? Here we go. How was that? Yes, for those who came in, this is Happy at the Happy Show. And we have a special guest today. And without further ado or delay, I'll introduce to you Kitatani. Ken, welcome to the Happy Show.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
I'm so glad you're here. I mean, I'm excited. I have had a lot of guests on my show, and they were all instrumental. And I have this wonderful opportunity to have you, so you can share what you do to make people happy and make themselves happy and help other people. And it's a place that people probably have already seen and passed by and never knew what goes on. And because there's buildings popping up constantly all the time, and they are giving all kinds of services. But I once again want to thank you for being here, sharing this wonderful opportunity of the service that does exist out there in this physical world. Yeah, Ken. May I call you by the first name?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
I created this show, as you probably, happiness. That's a thing you can ask someone, and they still can't quite answer that because they find that some of the things that made them happy doesn't make them happy anymore. And what is your title, Ken?
My title is currently, I'm serving as the Assistant Director of the San Francisco Center of Sukyo Mahikari.
Oh, so Sukyo Mahikari. What is Sukyo Mahikari?
Sukyo Mahikari is an international community service organization. We're otherwise known as a faith community. And Sukyo means universal principles or universal laws, and Mahikari means light energy or divine energy.
Wow. Well, what do you guys do down there at that place?
Well, essentially, our practice consists of what is described by the name. As practitioners, we try to apply the universal principles in our daily lives, which means trying to live with love and gratitude and joy, always focusing on what is better for society, how to improve society, how to make other people happy. So this is one aspect of our practice. The other aspect of our practice is the practice of light energy. And this is a hands-off energy practice where we project a subtle but powerful positive energy from the palm of our hands. And this energy can be radiated to people. It can be given to pets, animals, the environment, to your food, to your workplace. Basically anything can be a receiver of this energy.
Interesting. Now, what is this light? I mean, it's light. Well, what makes this light special? I mean, what is the light?
Well, the light energy is an unseen positive energy, which we can, as practitioners, draw upon the essence of the universe. And we as practitioners can serve as conduits or channels of this energy. So you can consider this light energy as energy that comes from the source, that is the creator of the universe, or the universal will. And to give you one analogy, it's similar to sunlight. So regardless of whether one believes in sunlight or not, it exists,
Surely.
whether it's a sunny day or a cloudy day.
Yes.
In the same way, this subtle but unseen, powerful light energy exists in the spiritual realm, the unseen realm. And as practitioners, we learn how to focus and channel this energy in a concentrated way to radiate to different people and things. And what this light does is to basically purify the inner aspect of whatever that we are giving light to.
What makes this light special?
What makes it special is that this energy, being a positive energy, will purify the spirit, mind, and body. So essentially, I think we can all understand that we have a physical body. Within that, we have the mind, and within the mind, there's a spiritual aspect, the deepest, innermost, unseen realm. So within the spirit, mind, and body, there is what is commonly known toxins. So as I think most people understand, there are physical toxins in the physical body, there are mental toxins, and there are also what we call spiritual toxins. And this light energy will penetrate the three aspects of the spirit, mind, and body to purify and to eliminate these toxins penetrating or existing in these realms. That will then bring about an elevation of the consciousness.
Wow, that's really some really stuff that I didn't ever really think about on my everyday walk through this physical plane. That's very interesting. Can you do me a favor? One moment, please. I don't have commercials. I have to read the people. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the H.A.P.I Show once again. And I am called Happy, H-A.P.I, Heavenly Anointed Presence Innately. That's in me and that's in you also. Yes, and we have a very, very extremely special guest here today, Kitatani. And he is bringing to you the importance of light. So, I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. But in case you want to be able to come and express your light of happiness, give us a call at 415-573-5549. That's 415-573-5549. And tell us what happiness means to you. All right? And without further ado, here we are, Ken. Ken, I have a question.
Sure.
And why is it important for us to be conscious of our spiritual part of our life?
That's a great question. In our tradition, we believe that in terms of our spiritual makeup or anatomy, we as human beings are basically 20% mind and body combined, and 80% spirit. And the spiritual aspect, the unseen realm, that is the 80%, is what we would call the upstream, and the mind and the body, the midstream and the downstream, subsequently. What that means is that whatever happens in the mind and the body happens in the spiritual realm first. So this is why it's important to be able to purify and elevate the quality of the spiritual aspect. When you do so, then naturally the mind, the emotional aspect, the consciousness, and the physical environment, circumstances will also elevate and improve.
Wow. So that's, to me, if I'm hearing this correctly, is that it helps us to elevate our personal existence here.
Exactly.
Wow, wow. You know, it's really, it's like I have to re-educate my creative mind here. I mean, all the things I've been taught in school and the things that I have not been taught seems to be coming forth now and holding great significance in life and being happy and so forth and so on. Why do people change a lot? I mean, they have great mindsets, and then all of a sudden you think there's someone else, and then you inquire and so on. They say, I don't know why I did that. You know, in the Sukyo Mahikari, which I understand you say is a spiritual training center.
That is correct.
How does this help someone with these challenges, pretty much? How does the light play in it?
Well, essentially, the practice of light and purifying the spirit, mind, and body will also serve to unblock blockages within the mind and the body. And these blockages ultimately come from the spiritual aspect too. So you can consider the fact that there are blockages in the spiritual aspect, the spiritual plane. And you gave the example of people who may be doing their best, but all of a sudden they're challenged with their inner demons or these challenges that come
Yes.
from within or without.
Yes.
And ultimately they may succumb to that. The way we would explain that is that within every human being, all of us, myself, everyone, we have both light and shadow. So the question is, how can we stay connected to, access and stay connected to the light that exists within, and to be able to stay away from or dissipate or dissolve the shadow. The challenges that come up within us, especially when we are tested, certain types of behavior that we know that are not going to be good for us. Sometimes we don't have the willpower or the strength to be able to withstand such challenges. A light energy, or the practice of light, in this aspect will serve to dissolve or to dissipate or to mitigate the strength of those challenges or those tests. And therefore, it makes it easier for the individual to be in contact and stay access to the light within.
Great. Tell me, what goes on down there at the center there exactly?
The center is open 24, well, I wouldn't say 24 hours a day, but basically 24/7 in the sense that we're open 7 days a week.
That's good.
And we're open to the public. And the purpose of the center is to be able to introduce the light and these principles to anyone who wants to have an experience of receiving light, to come as a guest. It also serves as a training center, almost like a training institute or school, where members can come and practice this art of true light, just like a yoga studio, Pilates studio, martial arts studio. People will go there to learn from various instructors and teachers and to practice their routine. So in the same way, members can come to the center any day of the week and stay as long as they want, and to practice the art of true light and practice these various principles.
That sounds like this would be very expensive. I mean, how much would you pay to spiritually elevate yourself like that? I mean,
that's a great question, and a question that almost everyone has. There is no specific amount or cost for a session of light.
Interesting.
When guests come for the first time, we have them experience light, and then we encourage them to consider the possibility of making a donation or an offering. But that is not required, but we ask them to consider the possibility. And should they make an offering or donation, the amount is totally up to them.
That's interesting. In fact, it sounds very, very, very comfortable for a lot of people this day and time. What percentage of oneself that affects the life? I mean, is this some dogma or someone telling you how to do what you should do? And how can one individual themselves feel that they themselves came to the work of the light, or without, because things are bombarded in people every day on spiritual this and spiritual that, and negative websites on something positive. And how do you get the confirmation that this light comes from me or from God? How do we assure that?
Again, that's a great question. This practice of light energy is purely experiential and does not require any type of faith or blind faith.
So
So
any
as I said,
religion, you say, can...
This is purely non-denominational. We have people of all walks of life, every type of background, every religion who come and practices this. We have clergy, ministers, priests from all different religions who also practice this. So whether one has a faith or not, whether one even believes in the existence of light or not, it really doesn't matter. It's purely experiential.
Wow, interesting. So I don't mean to sound redundant. Yeah, I want to be clear.
Sure.
You're trying to tell me that you even have ministers of different faith and religions come to receive this light, and anybody, judges, doctors, lawyers,
people of every single conceivable background, clergy of all religions practice this, and this is something wonderful that we see, where people of all different religions come together and practice side by side. For example, if you go to the dojo in Senegal, 50% of the members there are Muslim and 50% are Catholics, but they practice together in perfect harmony.
Yeah, wow, harmony is very important. I mean, just think if the sun was not in harmony with the moon and decide not to, So this is a very important thing universally for the whole entire world, isn't it?
Exactly. This is something that we like to believe.
Wow, wow. Excuse me one moment again. I have to, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Show. Sullivan Logbirds. I get excited. I have King Kitatani here today, and he's telling us about some very extremely important necessities of life, life itself, even. He's the assistant director of Sukyo Mahikari, and we're gonna get back with him and find out how we can get down here real soon and find out what we're missing. Yes, of course. You never know. And when you have doubts, you do it out. Yeah. Well, anyway, for those who just tune in, my name is Happy, H.A.P.I. Heavenly anointed presence innately. That's in me, that's in you. If you don't hear a dog in the background, he's taking a break. In fact, he's over there receiving the light now. Yes, so give us a call at 415-573-5549. 415-573-5549. Tell us what happiness means, and again, to you, to be on time. For those who wait, sit back and relax. We get back to Ken Kitatani and tell you about life. Ken,
Yes.
what I would like you to do, of course, my program is formatted on happiness. And most people think money makes you happy, and other people makes you happy. Of course, that's a force. How does the light help in happiness?
Again, that's a wonderful question. I think we have to start by defining what happiness is. And the way we would define happiness, as all, I think, true spiritual traditions do, is that happiness depends on the inner condition of the human being. So regardless of whether we have materials or not, regardless of our environmental circumstances, if we are able to tune in and to stay connected to vibrations or frequencies of joy, of love, of selflessness, then we can say that we are happy at that moment. So the question is, how can we elevate that vibration or consciousness of joy, of selflessness, of kindness, of compassion, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year? As we can elevate these vibrations and stay for longer periods of time in these vibrations, then we can say that we've elevated our happiness. At the same time, the other aspect of happiness is how we react to so-called negative situations, which we usually blame for our unhappy feelings. But through this practice, one can understand that negative circumstances only serve as stimulus to bring out negative vibrations that exist within. But by purifying ourselves with this light energy, by purifying the spirit, mind, and body, one will notice that over time that the shadow or negative vibrations within the body and the mind gradually begin to disappear. So that even though you may go through the same kind of problems or issues, the negative vibration that comes up becomes weaker and smaller and less dominant. So one, in this sense also, in this way, can elevate one's level of happiness.
Wow, that sounds pretty convincing to me. That sounds like to me that it's a lot of cultivation involved. Meaning, I don't believe in quick fix. I mean, experiencing the light one time would probably want me to go over and over and over and over again. So you said on the consistent of receiving light, you would find your life actually changing, the negatives to the positive. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, please?
Sure thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because the consistent and correct practice is a very, very important part of transformation if one really does want to go through transformation.
There's no quick fix, in other words.
There is no quick fix. And by transformation, we mean truly a transformation at the deepest level of the spirit, mind, and body, which manifests in the three domains of health, harmony, and prosperity. And so if we do practice correctly and consistently, one will notice that while going through ups and downs, generally speaking, one will see improvement in these areas of life. Once again, that's health, or harmony, and prosperity.
Wow. Now, excuse me once again, I just have to do this. I think I'm going to go international. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Happy. And I'm at the Happy Show, and I'm really happy. And you too can be our guest. Give us a call at 415-573-5549. It's 415-573-5549. Be our guest and tell us what it means to be happy. We have Ken Kitatani here today to tell you about the Sukyo Mahikari. We can be happy, receiving divine light. And we're going to ask him a couple more questions before we go. We got about 3 more minutes on the air, but this is a great opportunity. How you can touch in for yourself to be happy. And I have a very special guest here, and I think he's got the key. So you tell me. Ken.
Yes.
Can I thank you again?
Thank you.
Wow, man, this is exciting because the world is really going through a negative twist now, and I think balance is very important. I think, well, I'll give my opinion, but I have to give my opinion, at least a summation of it, is that because things are so negative, we want positive balance. And you talk with the light, and it's a positive energy for us. I mean, and that anybody can go in any religion and saying that sounds harmonious to me. And ultimately, it can change. Are we connected to nature?
Yes, we're definitely connected to nature. This is an important part of our practice and tradition.
Oh, you mean you as part of your practice and your tradition to? Can you elaborate on that a little bit, please?
Sure thing. One of the things that we teach is the fact that we need to coexist with nature because all things are connected through the web of life. We are not separate, we're all interconnected and interdependent. So one of our practices is this type of organic agriculture, which we call Yoko agriculture, where we practice organic farming while radiating this light energy, this divine energy to the plants, to the soil, to the compost, and also while maintaining positive thoughts and positive words. So this is has a very, very powerful effect on obviously the agriculture and the produce that comes out.
Wow, thank you very much. Well, listen, before we go, we got about like 1.5 minutes to go. I would like to take this opportunity and looking at the camera and tell people what they can do probably to make themselves happy, or your advice on happiness. Do you mind?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Sure thing. I think for all of us, the most important thing is that we maintain a positive attitude no matter what happens. So this is a key point of, I think, all traditions, but especially within our practice, this is something that we maintain. Once again, that is, no matter what happens, try to stay positive at all times, and to look at problems or challenges as opportunities for growth, and to understand that everything is for our improvement, that nothing is permanent, and that in hindsight we can always understand that everything is coming from the love of the universe and for our growth and ultimate happiness.
Ken, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure and honor being here today.
The pleasure's mine. It's okay. I can come down there and receive that light on a consistent basis.
Please come any day.
I appreciate you so much, and thanks for coming. Would you come on our show again?
I will.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I fumbled it, but I got to quit. I got to go, that's all, y'all. Thank you very much for watching the H.A.P.I Show. And I got a special guest a little later I'm going to introduce you to, but not this time. I'll give it a little time. I don't want to give you too much at one time. I want you to do the work on yourselves. So give us a call at 415-573-5549. And the best way to be happy is to make someone else happy. See ya. Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop. Every day is a miracle. Life is a miracle. Day is a miracle. Yes. Just be happy. Oh yes. Just be happy. Well, that sun woke me up this morning. Sleep on the warmth of my bed.